Hello, my name is Brooke Fay, and I'm a filmmaking practices student here at ASU. I practice graphic design on the side, and before this class mainly used Adobe Photoshop to create all of my pieces. I took this class to become more familiar with Illustrator, and after working on these designs for your company, I feel much more confident using the program. I'd like to give you an overview of the process I use to create each one of these pieces, from ideation to a final design. When starting a design, I first consider the purpose of what I'm creating and ask myself, what am I trying to communicate, and who is this for? I then create some roughs, utilizing the elements of design and considering design theory in a different way for each piece. I strive to create balance and unity in all of my designs, but organize the elements in a variety of ways until I discover what I think works best. While designing roughs for the academic feedback logo, I considered the goals of the company and who its potential customers would be. NoQuest is centered around education, so I wanted an appearance that was professional and academic, yet youthful and appealing to college students. I searched for fonts that fit this description and created designs around each one, generally trying to keep emphasis on the letters themselves. After reviewing the roughs, Dr. Harris suggested I create comps of number 2, number 4, and number 6. She also suggested I narrow the text for number 2 to match the logo in order to create a more balanced design. I did this and added NoQuest's blue and gold colors to the first two designs. I combined the colors with black and white in a variety of ways until I found what worked best, leaving number 6 black and white because I thought the design looked best in one flat color. Dr. Harris allowed me to choose between number 4 and number 6 for my final design, stating that I would need to add the blue and gold to number 6 before submitting. It was difficult to choose which design I liked best, so I went with the one that more students in the class commented on in our peer critiques, which was number 6, and added the company's colors. For NoQuest's marketing poster, I wanted to implement the same message in a similar style as I did for the logos. However, I now had many more elements to consider, and had the chance to apply a lot of creativity to each design. Some of the roughs are somewhat more professional and sleek in appearance, while others are more youthful and include NoQuest's more edgy slogans. I wanted to find the best balance between these themes. For the roughs, the main elements I focused on were space, emphasis, and line. Before adding texture and color detail, I wanted to make a solid base design that could be expanded upon in an Illustrator composition. I originally created a comp for number 1, but Dr. Harris believed that number 5 had the most potential for a successful final design. I enjoyed playing with the different elements of this design. It was very important to space the words evenly and consider which colors to use for the background versus the text. It was also important to alternate these colors and not have too much of one color in one area. I believe this helped tie all of the elements together in the final design. I've never designed a media kit before this class and wasn't even familiar with what it was. I viewed the examples provided in class and realized that they are similar in design to brochures, compiled of different pages providing a variety of information about the company. I stuck to fairly simple designs for the roughs, as I knew there would be a lot of textual information to input that would take up the majority of the space. However, I still wanted to create something that was more unique than any plain old typed up document, so I played with line, shape, and space in a few different ways seen here. For the composition I created, I used design number 1 as a starting point, but made sure to vary the different sections of the media kit slightly in order to communicate to the viewer that there was something different being discussed in this section. However, I tried to stick to the same theme for the entire media kit, using the same fonts, colors, and general structure throughout. I would like to thank Rahi and the NoQuest design team for working with our class and taking the time to consider my designs as part of the NoQuest brand. Thanks for listening.